to WHO. For them, they just say, we want it, you have to give it by treaty obligation. The sovereignty issue is the biggest, in my opinion. You're pushing for it. Next year is probably when it may get adopted. Will it be sent to the Senate for ratification? Or are you planning on using the executive agreement, which I think is a terrible way to do things? It ought to go to the Senate for ratification.
Congressman, thank you very much. Good to see you again as well. First, I'll try and be brief. We are not engaged in negotiating a COVID treaty. What we're engaged in is trying to strengthen the global architecture for dealing with pandemics and do it in a way that, for example, make sure that if there's a next time, and I think there inevitably will be a next time, that countries actually are committed to transparency, to sharing information, to giving access to international inspectors, that we have the tools to do that, and the countries agree to that.
Hey YouTube World Harvest is plenty. I hope all is well. Thanks for stopping by to check out the video. Today I want to talk to you guys about the medical coup that's underway with the World Health Organization, or the WHO. I tell you, man, every time you look up, it's always something. It's like these demons in human flesh never sleep. They are grinding 24/7 to achieve world government. As James Warburg said, we should have world government whether or not we like it. The question is only whether world government will be achieved by consent, or by conquest. You know, they know the time is short, and so they're trying to move up the timeline to get world government going sooner than later. Because judgment is coming for them, and they know it. But have no fear, because we shall always overcome by the blood of the Lamb. But these people are trying to run around or circumvent national sovereignty and control the medical response of the nation and the people of those nations in the event of another pandemic, which they are more than likely planning. Also, guys, keep this in mind, the money aspect. When we move from cash to a cashless society and they bring in a digital currency, if we protest the WHO, if they are able to get control, they can work in conjunction with the bankers and cut your money off and prevent you from buying food, prevent you from paying your bills. You know, there's multiple aspects and multiple moving parts to this new world order. The medical, the money, you know, the religion, all those things are going to work hand in hand to get people to consent to world government and to take the mark of the beast. So keep those things in mind. So just wanted to share this information with you guys. Take a look. Tell me what you think. Leave comments below. But just know that these people are evil, and we always will overcome them by the blood of the Lamb. Till my next video, guys, thank you. Take care, and God bless.
We're undergoing a soft coup, and the idea is to create a whole new set of laws and ignore the existing human rights laws and other laws under the pretext of pandemic preparedness and the biosecurity agenda. The WHO is developing through all its nations, but with the WHO Directorate in the United States in charge, a pandemic treaty and amendments to the existing international health regulations that will remove the human rights protections currently embedded in the IHRs, will enforce surveillance, censorship, get rid of freedom of speech, require governments to censor and only push a single narrative. Also, we will be subject, if they can make this work, to vaccines developed in 100 days, which the organization CEPI is planning to do. And one of the people who founded CEPI was Jeremy Farrar, who is now the chief scientist at the WHO, to bring this forward. Other things that the amendments do is to bind the states so they're no longer recommendations but enforceable edicts, provide a liability shield, get rid of intellectual property rights, move supplies from one country to another, enforce digital passports, and the Director General of WHO can demand that a pandemic or a potential pandemic exists. He can just declare it with no standards, and then countries around the world will have to obey. Also, the WHO will tell you what drugs you can and can't use in your nation once a pandemic is declared. Obviously, the budget will increase. One Health is another part of this. One Health is a concept that was created to enable the WHO, with these documents, to take over jurisdiction of everything in the world by saying that climate change, animals, plants, water systems, ecosystems are all central to health. Also embedded in this concept is a peculiar notion that humans are no longer of greater value than animals.